So very low on carbon, so I will go and find my refiner, where the heck that is. There. And I will have to do some refining, so but in the meantime I will talk still about things. So what I'm doing with this is I'm making it into magnetized ferrite. So question is, I need more dry hydrogen jelly. Well, I think it will be beneficial to have at least 2 refiners, so the thing is, sometimes you have a lot of things to refine and waiting for one to finish before you get the next stack and so on. On some of my saves I have a lot of refiners at the same place, even in some rooms put up, I don't know if you can do that anymore, but I used to put up, well, you can put portable ones up. I don't know if you had some. In the old days, you could take a whole square and fill it up with refiners pretty much. So there was some limitations how many you could have close to each other, but it was a possibility. I know things has changed a little bit, but as long as you have rooms, you can actually put multiple. I think one of my saves I have 10 in the same ship. That might be a little bit much, but because there is a limitation how much you can actually build on a freighter, so that's taken into consideration as well. But yeah, this is kind of the tedious part, but you have to do it sometimes, and as I got a challenge here, so I can't have surplus of things, then I need to do this a little bit more often than normal, and I will say I will in general do a lot of this off stream. No doubt about that. Because that is, of course, the more preferable way to do it, so no one is actually forced sitting looking at me doing these kind of things. However, if you're new to the game, it gives you a little bit of insight in what you sometimes have to do, because we all in these situations where we have to refine, we have to make something better, we have to make something, we have to do a lot of these things, and yeah, I also know there's people who just sell things and don't really, for instance, the rusted metal, but I make it into ferrite dust, and then I refine it. I find it's easier to use that than, for instance, running around on planets and mining ferrite dust. You can get that everywhere, but it's, you still have to go out and do it. I feel that takes time. So it's a balance, what you would like to do, what you would do, what you won't do. And it's absolutely fine, because you choose. You really choose. My way is not the right way, your way is not the right way, it's a way. Everything is the right way if you choose to do it. And I know there's a lot of people out there screaming at me right now that, well, you can't say that, you have to do this and this and this and this. No, you don't. Go to bed, because no one has to do anything. I bought this game, I play this game, I decide how to play this game. Not all the trolls out there and say, oh, it's because you're an old granddad who doesn't know how to play. Fair enough. Can't argue about that. It's true. Or is it? Don't let anyone tell you how to play. There are games where you play online with other people, and there is some sort of rules for what you should and you shouldn't do. That's a different thing. If you play something in a team against other players, well, you should do at least, I would say, a minimal amount of teamwork. But that said, any other games, single player games, however you choose to play them, is your choice. And that brings me to a whole other thing, because there's been a lot of talk about cheating in games. And the thing is, I feel that I don't want to cheat in my games, because I feel that makes my experience less good. I like to be challenged. I like to actually I like to do what is expected for me to actually play the game. But that said, if anyone choose to use any sort of cheat in a single player game, it's their choice. And that's what people sometimes seem to forget. It's their choice. If I want to put more money in a game where there is an economy, I know money cheats has always been something a lot of people have talked about. And nobody do it, but there's a lot of cheats out there for money in single player games. So I wonder, and I'll put my hand up and say, I have done it. I have done it in games like SimCity, added more money so I could afford all the shit. But I will say, if I'm sitting seriously and play, I don't use cheats, because then I try to make things run around. But there is, especially when you start a game, there is always this, I can't find out how to build all this. I can't afford it, I can't make money, whatever the reason is. And then that way it's actually good exercise to try to make it better by finding out how it works and then take it from there. It's not rocket science, and things do connect together. You have to earn money to get a surplus, to get something you can invest or reinvest, and so on and so on and so on. And it's the same in No Man's Sky. You need to make money to actually invest in your things you want to do. If you want to upgrade your freighter from a C class to an S class, you'll have to pay some captain to get his ship. That's how it is. And those money you have to make somehow. So all these discussions on you shouldn't put money into your game is rubbish, because you will need money one way or another. The question is, and that's where it gets a little bit tricky, the question is, how much money do you actually need? Well, that is a whole other discussion, and I don't know the answer to that, because I have a suggestion, but that doesn't mean it's right. If you in money have something like 200 million, you'll be fine. But if you feel you want 1 billion, go for it. It's still your game. It's not my game, it's not someone else's game, it's your game. And I can't see any issues that you follow your own path and you say, well, I want 1 billion, I want 2 billion. I kind of understand that. I would not put anything in on that, because it's your game. It's your choice. So what I've done now, I've taken all the surplus ferrite dust and made into magnetized ferrite. That I'm actually going to put in the storage container. So I already have a full stack. Well, I have a full stack now, so I can't have any more. Therefore, I will have to sell this. And that's fine. Okay, I could have kept some of it, maybe. So let's say we keep this. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. However, I'm still refining, so magnetized ferrite then goes on the starship. And the problem is I have to refine everything here because oh, it takes time. The thing is, I don't have enough carbon to do it while we run around, so and again it's all these things we have to do, and we have to do it from time to time. We can choose just to do it and get over and done with it, or we can let it accumulate. I can't let it accumulate because then I have to sell some of it, and I don't want to do that because it's nanite. Resources is fine because you can always pick them up, but nanites can be a little bit difficult actually to go out and find, and especially when you need them, because then one aspect of No Man's Sky comes in. It's a Sod's Law simulator. So these will be sold, and that is the rule we play by. So another thing I should check how much. I don't even have. I can make 100 tons. That is not going to stretch anywhere. So, meh. That's just as it is. So I could actually take one stack and keep. So I have a full stack with me. Is that going to be helpful anyway? Something else I could do. Well, these stand and work anyway. see, yeah, I can see it from... There's something else I could do. Maybe. There's actually things I have and there's things I don't have. So that's actually a good way of using surplus materials as well, is actually to repair your ships. I know many of these I use is actually not my surplus, but the thing is, I do get certain things away, so that helps. At least until I get more of the kinds. I don't know where it takes this from, but that I can find out. It's actually a lot of... oh well, let's just take... I should be fine with those things. Actually the copper I don't have. So that was one of them I put on. The hauler. And again, certain things I suddenly have, and yeah, you pick up as you are around. And my repair ventures is always kind of ongoing over a longer time. So I have a shovel as well. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep it, but for now it's a B class, so it's actually not the worst. Or I might just scrap it. I don't know. It's one of these things. It's not important, but the more it's repaired, the more money I get out of it when I scrap it anyway. So then we get closer to the full value, which is not bad. So I always have these, well, I don't want to waste resources if I know I'm going to scrap it, but if I don't know, then it could just, well, it might be useful. Who knows? And I do not need a ship to go through the center of the galaxies, and why not a shuttle? that's or an explorer, but I got the explorer, so that I know one of the things I often been asked about with ships. What is the difference? When do you need to do what? Well, technically you don't need to do anything because any ship can do anything you want. So it's about what you like or dislike. But what the manual doesn't tell you is that shuttles is very cheap in taking off from planets. The launch thruster is using less fuel when you take off, and the Explorer has a long range on the hyperdrive, and it's hidden stats, and well, you can see it when you look at out here that some fighters has high maneuverability. Explorers and Sentinel interceptors has a very big hyperdrive range. Shield strength and a lot of slots is haulers. Damage potential, that would be fighters, Sentinel interceptors, and maybe exotics. Exotics is high on general, so there is a lot of interesting things, but you can't see here how much fuel this actually use when it takes off. So there is hidden stats that we are not told about, which is fine. I mean, it's okay we don't know everything. Or at least I will say I'm fine with that. So, at least this will give me some, and I don't have a lot of carbon. Do I have any carbon in store? Yes, I do. Okay, what I'm going to do is actually going to take and make some of it condensated carbon, because that stretches a little bit longer. It's getting a little bit nippy here, but I would say my computer warms up, so that's actually positive. So the thing is, I'm actually tempted to exclude certain things in the prohibited list with stacked, but I'm not going to do it yet. But things like sodium and carbon is so bloody important. But on the other hand, this is an anti-hoarder. Thing, so okay. Did I have more? Nope. That was it. That's okay. I can last a little bit on that. I actually think I can get through this while we are out and running. So that is actually okay. Oh. That is not okay. Okay, I can keep it there. So that's the thing. Need to make sure that we don't cheat or anything. This stack I actually will keep out here, because then I can get my hands on it if I really need it. So go up there. So that looks okay for now. This is nanites. And this is nanites. And I am going to continue now. So I think everything is as it should be. I will go and sell what I have to sell. And that would be that one. So we need to find a Korvax system. Do that. It tells me to talk to Neta. I could have bought them, but know if someone is waving at me, but and I don't mind saying hi to people in game as well. That is absolutely fine. I'm not going to do any things now. I'm just going on to go to the co-work system. I think I've done enough inside. And my screens are all messed up because I didn't fight the... Okay, it's even marked which one is a co-work system, so makes it easier. All this cold weather has given me a little bit of a sniffle dash cold. It's okay, I only have visual flying right now. I will go to the space station and then I will just make a quick reload because this annoys me. It's one of these things that it seems like when certain things overlap, it can get a little bit overwhelming for the UI, and that's yeah. So everything is back to normal. So a reload of things normally sorted out. That has always been one of the go-to points in the game. It's just do a quick reload and yeah, it's fine. So I'm picking up missions again where I can do it all in pretty much one go if needed. I think I will buy these. The reason for that is that they can be converted to dihydrogen, so that is something I really need. So yeah. And yeah, I could go and farm things, no doubt about that. And sometimes I would do that, but other times I think, no, it's just doing the wrong things to my game right now. So I need to talk to that guy, but I'm taking the tour of the station first, because then I don't forget something. See, I now have 4 things I can interact with. Nothing really important at this point, but the better standing you get, the further down the list you get, the more you get some free things down there, which is very useful. B class. I have a slot for mine. Might as well put on. That's I would almost say silly not to do it, especially when you have an S class. I can understand you want to hold back a little bit when you have C class or B class weapons. So now I put a lot of the free ones up here. I'm actually okay with slots for now, I think. Actually, I don't know if I am, but for now I'm going to do it this way. There's a solar, there's a B class. So I'm going to pick up the free money or whatever it is. Oh. I got to talk to one instead. I hope it's a co-work. Yeah. And then I'm going to take it with the practice my language skills as well. That would be ship. That is definitely technology. So I've got a standing on top. That's good. Then I will go down and talk to the cartographer. The thing is, he will send me to pick up something somewhere. That's how it works. Yeah, that's kind of a spoiler, but so I need to go and pick something up. Yeah. Somewhere they can't see. So, just checking these. I will actually send to the freighter. There's no need they sit and take up space here. That one I don't know what to do with, so that ends up over there. Yeah. Now I can do these while I run around. I might need more carbon, but hopefully I will get some. So where are we going? Something tells me I have not marked it. So we need to go there. And what is that planet? It's a corrupted one, but that's not aggressive symptom, so that's hello, little girl. I have a little visitor here. A little girl here. You're fine? You are allowed to lay in here if you want. Or am I too disturbing when I talk all the time? Oh, bless. Okay. So 280-ish that way. Well, I'll do scannings afterwards. So I have to pick up something, but I also see something which can hurt me. I can't help it, I have to pick up things. out. Where is my ship? There. Okay, scanning, because that's money. Oh. Back to ship. So these missions you get is not only difficult, it's just it actually directs you where to go and what to do. So it's not the hardest thing you will ever be asked to do. Yeah, I want to say it's trader. I'm just going to take a look what he actually had. So he doesn't have anything I really want to buy. Doesn't really look as he want to buy anything I want to sell, so yeah. That's just how it is, to be honest. Something is not running because it's out of fuel. It's that's again just slightly annoying when that happens, but then back to the coax and get the rest of the story. as I said, these are... I would recommend reading through them the first time you encounter these, but when you've done them 10 times, you know kind of what it all is about. Okay, I almost said that's interesting. So we are kind of off to find a gig. System. So yeah, that of course we will do. That's no doubt about that. I do what I'm asked to do. But I could of course call the anomaly and just tell Nada what I have discovered. Then I can get another slot in my exosuit as well. I have explained this before, but for those who haven't heard it, on each space station you can buy a slot for your exosuit, and the same is the case with the anomaly. So each system can give you 2 slots. It can give you more if you go for drop pods and stuff like that. What I find funny is actually we get Quicksilver, which is the third currency in the game. So I take another slot. I can use slots. I want to have my exosuit filled up, and my ships, and my multi-tool, and my freighter, and so on. There is a bowl. See on the ships, there's a lot of people that has done expeditions, and well, I actually should check whether the next one has started, but you know what? I will do that next time I get to the anomaly. So that is the gig system we need to go to. Station first. And like with the Kovacs one, I'm taking the tour around the station first. Also, I don't forget something. I'm actually going to do that because those are very expensive. I wouldn't need it right now, but down the line it is useful. So I always recommend that if you know you're going to need something and you come across it, go for it. That's something we can sell. There's something we can sell that's actually good. It's not like we need money, but money is always good to get into the account as well as out of. So it takes money to make money. That was something I just made up, to be honest. I don't know. See, here is where it starts getting interesting, but I don't think I have anything to donate here. There is one there. They are on the same place in the different stations, so it's just learning the pattern a little bit. B-class. B-class. And I buy another slot. Nice. Yeah. These are still cheaper down here. It changed at some point, but until then I am actually following my method. It's funny, I'm running around picking up money in 100 and at a time. That's a little bit funny. Should we just take a quick scan fighter? That's mine. Shuttle. None of that was interesting, so how many is it? Is it 1 or 2? I can't remember. What else was there? I think there was another one of the same kind. Let's try to take them and see if 2 is enough. I think it is 2, but so let's go and fight. Oh, okay. That made no... I wonder if that was... Atlas language. That I need to set up. Oh, that is that's bad. It was not set up. I thought I had that set up. Oh, that's unfortunate. What happened when you change ship sometimes, that the preset things are messing up. Don't fly into me, you bonker. They managed to damage me. Not happy about that, but So it broke something. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, before I do that, I want to see what these are. Exploration and cheap. Don't have too many of them, so I might as well spend some of the money on these and get some. I need combat, yeah, that is for sure. I don't want too many at this point because I also want to go and get some organic ones, so because I have a plan maybe to get an organic ship, a living ship on this one, so well, I'm not entirely sure yet. Another exploration. That's okay. What is that one? I think that's a combat one. Yeah. So that is fine for now. That is fine for now. Oh, I don't want to warp anywhere. I want to go and hand in my missions. Let's see if that was enough. I just realized that it might not be because it was supposed to be gig, not anything else. Well, that's the thing I don't know, so yeah, let's take a look. Yeah. So we will need to do the gig one. That's the top one. Take a photo of a toxic world. Black. That's not my ship. Photo of a toxic world. Target planet. That is actually toxic. Yep. Very toxic. I only have 8 lots of those, okay. That didn't count. That did. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just well, going to go and look at some of these. See, get a little bit of carbon at least. One of the things that is actually quite important to pick that up from time to time, especially as we tend to forget that we need it. And very often we don't find out until we don't have any more. And that is kind of silly. I want to see what these big ones is. That was a rock. Oh. So that's not something we can actually mine. Okay. Fair enough. So how am I on oxygen? Okay, I'm not overly high, so something just hit me. Well, where is my ship now? Yeah, why not? That's typical when you try to be quick. I think I hit an asteroid. Not that I wanted to, but no, well. So I remember right, it was 2, but it was a little bit stupid. I didn't pick up the kick one, but something else. Well, can I trade with him? Yeah. How many do I have to buy? 5 should be enough. Time will show if I'm right. So I will have to do another. How many planets is there actually in this system? There is only one more. Which is the nuclear one. It's a little bit, what do you want? Radiated or toxic planet? So let's see what we can distress signal. The other planet, or yep. Well, I will say distress. Yeah. Distress signals is always interesting, but that was not really what I was looking for. It's another shoulder, but well, I'm not sure I'm going down that route, but at least I don't have to research it at any point. So, yeah. It's normally a little bit far away. There. Because these are useful. So let's look at the ship. Tenoya's Prospect. What happened? Something just clipped out. Okay, it's an A class, so it's a little bit better than the one I have. So I'll claim the ship and I will repair that. Metal plating and a magic seal. Then I know I can call it. And then I will scrap the other shuttle I have. That's didn't I take it? I think I did. Otherwise I wouldn't get it up like that. So of course I want to have ships as good as they can be. Oh. When did that break? I don't even remember putting that on because I would have put it next to that. That I would have put down there, and then I would have that is truly weird. Why would I have done that? I need to move things a little bit around right now. Looks okay. That was not very good, but yeah, well, oh, what else? That one is done, so I'll continue. That is for selling. That one I don't know what to use for at this point. These I'm not completely sure. I have too much natrium. That I have to address. Not natrium, sodium. So you are joking. That is bloody weird. Sorry to say it like that. This makes it look very easy to find crashed ships. That is actually not how it normally is. That is an Explorer. That was actually okay to get, even though I got a little bit injured doing so, but yeah, that's okay. So now I don't have too much. So I think I processing that. There is something there. Oops. That's my ship. Okay. If I want that, I better move my ship then. The thing is, where your ship is standing, you can't use the terrain manipulator down under it. So, let's look at the Aegis of Truth. B class. I don't know what it is, the one I have, but it is of course something that I will have to look at. So I just prepare it so I can call it if I need it. Back on board my ship and then check what did I actually pick up here. More of that because I dock, yeah. That is pretty much it, so okay. That was what I was looking for. Oh, I'm out of fuel. What? It's something I don't really understand, but do I have them on the freighter? Oh, I do. Okay. So, where is the abandoned building? That was what I needed from the beginning. There. Okay. Maybe I should just check that we are fine. Sentinels around, that's not the greatest, but well, we'll kind of have to take whatever comes our way, so yeah. And again, as I said, if you never read this before, go through it. It's quite interesting the first time you read it. When you've done it many times, not so much. And that is, well, that's the line with a lot of things in the game, is that when you've done it before, yeah, then that's not really what you want to continue, keep doing the same thing. But I will say that don't run into my ship. That I would not appreciate to have you with me. Okay, I didn't get everything I wanted, so take them all. I have 2 missions, so I would like to actually get both. That was one of them. They are normally between 10 and 15. So it's important I do the kick one, not the other one. Even though it might be a kick one, I don't actually know. So let's see. That one is done, and that one is done. That one I will unpin. Good. That's actually fine. And the sentinels didn't interfere. That was also good. Okay. Might as well pick this up. Everything we can use, we might as well take it with us, so. This should be enough to end the gig story, so I hope that's true. That we managed to pick up 2 crashed ships and in the process was kind of just a benefit. Was not really something I had expected, but yeah. So he should then be able to talk to me. No. So now he got the red thingy. Well, hello DJ, welcome to How Are Things in DC? I could imagine. There are things which put the whole city or country on the upside down, and it's always nice when it's over and done with. It's good that things are coming back to normal, I would say. They are actually very fine. It's getting, well, it's still cold here in Britain, but it's staying on the plus side of 0 degrees Celsius. So, yeah. But it is winter, and but we might have a storm coming, and that is not going to be nice. And there is warnings about blizzards in the north, but it's probably more north than we are, so yeah. it's always with the normal warnings. There might be power cuts and stuff like that because a lot of places in Britain electricity is still overhead wires, so it's but we can't really predict it. Earlier when there was warnings, we were actually not hit, so we can hope. It's difficult to see anything here. Stop. How's the game going? Oh. Yeah, that's colder than here. I saw that with when they put Trump in, that it said that a lot of locals had braved the bad temperature, so this is not what I need, but this is what I will take. Oh, that's good. Oh, it doesn't really matter what you do if you enjoy it. That's what I think it's all about. Having a good time playing is more important than anything else. And don't listen to people telling you what you should or shouldn't do, because that's absolutely rubbish. You don't need anyone to tell you. It's down to what you want to do. So that is going there. Boom. So I need to go quite a bit further away, but I'm going to look at this first anyway, so it must be very nice actually coming back to the game after such a while and see how much has come into it, because it has changed so much over time. And still a lot of the basics are the same, but yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was not not what I wanted to find out. I want to find out what this is. If it's something I can use for anything. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I managed at some point to find a system in a galaxy far, far away that I had found myself. And when I looked at the date, I thought, oh my God, that's long, long ago. Why did I talk to him? What was this all about? What is this? Observatory. Three 918. Yeah, that is not useful, so that's okay. There was some other buildings here, and I got at this pass so I can get in. So let's see if there's something interesting in them. Might be something we can pick up. Oh. So technically I'm walking around this guy's house and stealing his stuff. Yeah. Oh, I can't do that yet. Oh, nanoids. I'll take them. Okay. Every little helps. So, I will have to find that holo tower. That way. No, let's go to the oh, there's shelters as well. I didn't actually notice that. That is that's more nanites. Oh, just remember, if there's something which you have questions about, you can always come and ask. And don't ever think there is stupid questions, because if you feel you need to ask a question, then it's not stupid. And the thing is, especially with things like expeditions, sometimes it's not entirely clear what you're supposed to do and all that. So I will say I need to go over the building, over the ridge, 800, okay. No, I don't think they do. They are in the landscape. What do you need them for? Well, I know what you use them for, but is it... okay, yeah. But, I mean, there is a couple of tricks you can do, scanning among other things. But if you find certain types of buildings, there will always be tree around them. Some of the monoliths hold tree. I think I got lost here, but oh, it's when you have to calibrate the translator. Yeah. But I mean, very often just land somewhere random on the planet and then scan around. There's one there. And I will bet you there is another one somewhere as well. I normally can always see a couple. Otherwise, look at buildings. They very often have some close by. What? Okay, I'm too far away, but I need to go that way. Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. That way, so go to the right side of that pillar. Roughly 800 in that direction, but it shows me that way. But it's two different directions, so one is not necessarily the right one. So one is over there. And that is something completely different. Okay. I'm finding something I shouldn't find, but yeah, they shouldn't be too difficult to find, to be honest. Well, it was where I already was. Okay. So it's still in that direction, over the building, and I think I, for some reason, went the other way. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. I'm very happy to help, because it's very frustrating when you try to do something and it doesn't really want to do what you wanted to do. Why do I keep getting further and further away? Am I being stupid here? Turn around, go that way. Ugh. Problem was I couldn't land where it wanted me to land, so that was where it turned a little bit sour. Oh. That way. Okay. I will do it on foot. Even though I do not appreciate running around like this. Now I will say, if I know the answer, I will always answer, but and if I don't know the answer, then I will tell you that. I'll not do like some people. I have heard some horrible stories about people asking questions and then being sent out on a almost wild goose chase. That's not me. Why do you jump that way and when we're going that way? It's because it's going up. I think, no, we need to go that way. That's why you are jumping that way. You're smarter than me. That's bad when your avatar is smarter than you. Morocco. I do like traveling, and I kind of like Morocco because it's a very, very, very pleasant people, and they are always friendly. But I mean, it's also that I think if you treat people nice, oh, I felt that. When you treat people nice, they will treat you nice, and that's. I always try to treat everyone quite nice. I think I need to go over there. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Huh. I used to many years ago to be a guide in Copenhagen, and we were doing these guided tours, and it was mainly for American tourists who did Europe in 2 weeks. And they came and they flew from US to a place like London, for instance. Then they spent a day in London. Then they flew to, let's say, Copenhagen, spent a day there, took a bus down to Berlin or something like that, and then they toured around like that. It must have been so stressing. Oh. Well, I will always say, if you want to see Europe, it's difficult to see everything in a short time. So, yeah, that's correct. I am born in Copenhagen and spent most of my life in Denmark. I only been in Britain for 20 something years. Uh, so I have a part of my life which is before Britain. It is, and it's kind of a very friendly place, but Danes are not so embracing as many other people you would find, but it's not in a negative way. They will always treat uh, tourists nicely and. What? Why? What are you doing? Don't do that to me. But it's it's a nice country to visit at least, and there is a lot of old history. I think certain places I kind of understand it because you end up with this invasion of tourists and there's hardly any space for yourself. Um, we have never really encountered that in Denmark except for German tourists in certain areas, but it's never been a problem. Um, so we always had few tourists because Denmark is quite an expensive country. So you actually need to be able to afford what you're doing. But I know certain places in Spain, for instance, where they are invaded by tourists in whole cities, and all they see is tourists, and with all their demands and their boozing and all these kind of things. So I do understand that the locals get tired of it sometimes, but I also would turn it around and say, well, on the other hand, it's a good steady income. Yeah, but I mean, think about tourists comes and put money in the local economy, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, where I live now in Lincolnshire, I know Lincoln as a city is very proud of all the tourists that comes here because there's a lot of history. We have one of the copies of Magna Carta on display, and Lincoln Cathedral is, well, at some point it was the biggest building in the world and the tallest until there was the spire fell down or something like that. But and there's been, it was a place where when there was kind of a civil war that the rebels wanted to put in a French king. The last battle for the royalists was actually at Lincoln Castle. So there's a lot of things here, and it's quite interesting. And there is really a pride with people coming looking at the local things. And I'm amazed with that because no, I think it's very different how you take it. Uh, well, I live with my two adult kids, and after COVID, they started working from home, and we had gotten a dog, not because of COVID, but it was something we've been talking about a long time. But where we live down south, it started getting more and more expensive because of it got included in the Greater London area, and the prices suddenly went immensely high. And we talked about we could get more out of our money by getting something up north, and we actually went a lot more north than Lincolnshire to look. But we didn't find any houses we liked, but we found this house in Lincolnshire which we liked, and apart from it looks like an old slaver's mansion from the outside, which it has no relation to, but it's it was about finding the proper place with in a village where we have nature, green fields just outside the door, big garden for the dog, and things like that. Everything fitted together. So it was pure luck. Yeah, and we're actually only renting because we never really knew after Brexit whether we were going to stay in Britain or not. We wanted to see how it panned out because the rumors was that pretty much they would try to get all foreigners to being loaded on buses and driven to the ferry ports, but as we know, that never happened, and there hasn't been any problems whatsoever. So, uh, and then most British people are very nice and kind. So, no doubt that. But we are actually thinking about maybe finding a house here in Lincolnshire somewhere and buy it. So that is on the agenda. We love this area. It's and the thing is, being um, being out of Norse descent, and there's a lot of Viking history in this area. It looks very much like Denmark, and it's comfortable more than anything else. So you're joking? Do I need? Am I being stupid here? I might be. Maybe I didn't read the mission instructions properly. Oh. Well, one thing which is very important for us is that we have space around us, so we don't look out at the windows and only see skyscrapers or things like that. That's not really our preferred world. I like countryside rather than cities, but I do like the convenience of cities close by, if you can say that. But that would be anywhere in Britain, as there is a city close by. It's rare you are ever much more than 15-20 miles from a city. I mean, if you take a 30 miles radius here where we live, you get Lincoln, of course. You get Nottingham. You get Sheffield. They are all always relatively close. Yeah, that's but that was my worst part of living in the southern part of England, because it was it was constantly, you could drive in towns. Oh yeah, it was. Well, the original one was built in 1067 together with the cathedral, which was built on top of an old Saxon one. So yeah.
30%.
Oh, sorry. Oh, don't do that. No, there. There's a link to a video about Lincoln Castle. Sure. I am going to find this signal anyway before I do anything else, so I really don't want to leave this planet. Oh, I will have to wait for that. Even though I'm going to. Yeah, it's still straight there. Now we're getting into a situation where we can't see what we're doing. So we need to get over this ridge. Or on it, or a little bit of problem. I can't see squat. wait, no. That was not what I wanted to do. Oh. Oh, boy. Probably. There was times where things were just sorted out in a very fatal way for the so-called criminals. Well, no matter where in the countryside around Lincoln you are, you can actually see the cathedral because it's up on a ridge in the city, and it's amazing. It's like whenever you come back home to Lincolnshire and you can see that out in the distance, you know you're home. Yes, it is. But it suffers like many other clerical institutions that there's not many people coming there anymore. The amount of churchgoers is declining very badly in Britain. But it's apparently a very used to go to Christmas Mass there if you live in the city. What the hell? Oh well. I mean, I respect people's belief, whatever it is, and I think that's something we're allowed to have. So I would say I'm not a churchgoer. I'm not even. I believe in other things, and that's. But I'm not uninterested in religion as a thing. I've always been interested in the origins of things. So So, this is the third ship I find today. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is going to be scrapped. That was the one I have everything else. This one I will have to make. Oh, I'm out of ferrite dust. That is a rare treat. But that is luckily something I can easily make because I have plenty of this. No, I do believe, that's my belief, that we should respect each other for whatever beliefs we have, because it's like there's many things in life which makes us different, and that's great. Could you imagine we all were lawyers, so we would walk around naked with a briefcase, all of us, because no one would have any idea how to make a suit of clothes. I could find worse things to say in that matter, but that picture, it was actually a quote from some actor at some point. I have a feeling it was someone like Groucho Marx or something like that, but don't hang me up on that. But there is some truth to it though, because if we all were like, it would be a very boring world we were living in. But whatever symbols you cherish, that is always your choice. Yeah. I'm not going to pursue this much longer for today. I'll go to the space station and save for tonight, because we have actually passed my time quite a bit. So, but we'll continue this tomorrow. I will be back at 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow, and unless actually I'm going to change of plans here. Yeah, I'm not interested. I'm going to change plans a little bit, because I'm going to call the anomaly, but I need to be free of that freighter in space. There we go. I will be on tomorrow and probably Friday as well. The only thing is Friday might be a little bit later than normal, but and why did I want? Oh yeah, that was because I'm going to check. Oh yeah, well. So the new expedition started today. Um, I will be doing that tomorrow, so I'm here to start it from the anomaly. The other things doesn't run away, so that's actually fine. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how tomorrow pans out, but this is me checking out for today. So I would say thank you for watching. Thank you for your chit chat in the chat. It was very nice, and always feel free to come and ask if there is something. If I can answer, I will. If I can't answer, then I will tell you. Good night, and have a great evening in DC, and take care, and see you tomorrow, and everyone else. 8 o'clock UK time is start time. So take care and stay warm. Good night.